Welcome back to ATM in 5. Obviously, I love this topic because it's about my wife and how we met, and I love this woman to death. So I'm excited to talk about 4 things that you need to keep in mind / do if you're looking to meet your significant other on Instagram. So number 1 is if you're just interested in their looks, do not even think about reaching out to them, because I think that is the worst thing in the world. I have a couple of friends who I've spoken to about this topic as well, and I always discourage them from reaching out to someone simply because they're attractive. You don't know if you can connect with this individual on a foundational level at all. You're simply going off of the fact that you find them attractive. Sure, that's a great way of, at least getting initial interest, but that is not what's going to get you there with them. You might just end up wasting both of your time by not making sure that you guys at least have some mutual interest in things or come from some type of similar background, whether that be art like me, whether that be sports, whether that be a love of fashion, whether that be a love of whatever it is. You have to make sure there's some level of interest that you guys have in common before you at least meet up with this person. The second thing I would say is to know yourself well. Make sure that you know yourself well, because you have to figure out what it is that means the most to you. What do you prioritize at the highest level, and then what is less important? You have to know that, at least from an observational space, this person seems like they could align with you on a lot of the most important things. For me, it was religion, background, and the art. So I'm a pretty religious person. We come from a very specific group. We're Coptic Orthodox. She was Coptic Orthodox. She was Egyptian, just like me. I knew that her familial and religious backgrounds were going to align pretty similarly. And then on top of that, she comes from a space where she expresses herself through art. So do I. I write a lot of music. Not as much anymore, unfortunately, but I used to write a lot of music. Because of that, I knew we would align on those things. And that gives me a big segue into how to actually reach out to her and the type of things that we can speak on. And I know that because she prioritizes certain things, it'll mean a lot to her, just like it means a lot to me. Now, keep in mind, a lot of people can obviously look a specific way on social media, make their life look a specific way, make their habits look a specific way, and make their interests look a specific way, and they may not feel that way at all. And that's a reality. And although I don't recommend judging a book by its cover, in this specific space, you need to at least see some semblance of what your life could look like in order to see if there's some interest that could be mutually acceptable for both of you guys, right? The third thing is something that I touched on in the video, but be truly genuine and intentional. Make sure that when you're DMing this person, it's unique, it's thoughtful. You're actually thinking about how you would want the conversation to go. You're realizing that this person is someone that you can end up with forever. And as much as you want them to be the right fit as your significant other, they also have to be the right fit as your friend first and foremost. This is gonna be the person that you spend most of your time with for the rest of your life. If this could not be your best friend, if this could not be the person that you can spend time with, talk about everything with, be able to enjoy life with, then it does not make sense for you. If you're just trying to send a flirty DM and get their interest that way, I promise you, you sound like everybody else. There is nothing separating you from the pack, and your mindset is in the wrong place, which means you've already lost. So do yourself a favor and separate yourself from the pack. Be genuine, be intentional, and be unique. My last bit of advice is to be honest. So if the conversation is progressing and it seems like it's going well, let them know what your intentions are. Let them know that you would love to see them in person and you would love to take them out on a date. If you are as blessed as I am and they agree, plan a memorable date. Make sure that it's something that gives you plenty of opportunity to be able to speak with each other. Getting to know each other should be your only goal. Obviously, it has to be fun, right? But Justina and I literally sat and talked for about 6 hours straight on our first date. And all we did was go to the beach, go get dinner, and then we went and got a couple of beers at a brewery. That's all we did the whole night. And every single time we were in any of those places, we would just speak nonstop to each other, get to know each other nonstop. It was amazing. That's how I knew when I walked away, and that's how she knew when she walked away, that this was going to be something special and it was different than anything else that we had experienced before. So my point is this: if you can do these things that I spoke about, I promise you, you'll have a higher chance of succeeding. But make sure that you're being honest with yourself. Make sure that you're ready to take that step, and make sure that when you are talking to someone who is ready to give themselves to you or to someone else who aligns with them, that you're ready to do the same. I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed ATM in 5. If I ran over, I apologize, but I think it was a good one. I'll see y'all later. Peace.